We're going to be able to look forward to now is that we're going to have Simplicity telling you about their story. Now, it's two people from Simplicity. One is on her way. She got a bit lost in Elephant and Castle. She is outside, lives outside London, so please be patient. So she's on her way. Colin, thank you ever so much for inviting us down. And I'm going to hand it over now to Sandra.
Well, I'll bring her on. So
okay, thanks.
Okay, just to remind you, for those of you if it's your first time here, my name is Colin Brown. I'm the curator of the Lovers Rock 1970s Lovers Rock UK exhibition. We're on here until the end of April. We started on the 10th of January, I think. Yeah, 10th of January. We had our launch on the 14th. And we've got an extension. I'd like to thank once again the Windrush Generation Legacy Association for hosting, amazing. Yeah, that was for you. Yeah, so we'd like to thank WGLA for hosting. It's a wonderful facility, and hopefully you'll come back when other exhibits are here as well. So that side is a permanent exhibition, and they do change the furniture and put other furniture there every so often. But this side is like temporary pop-up exhibitions. I've been fortunate to be here for 3 months, I think it is. 4 months, almost 4 months. Oh yeah, 4 months. So it's been absolute pleasure, and the meet and greets. I mean, you guys make it. I love the questions that we've had each week, and the interaction's been amazing. So thank you for participating and coming along to hear the story about our beloved Lovers Rock artists. So today it's Simplicity. 2 members of Simplicity. One is here, the other one will join us. But I'd like to welcome Sandra from Simplicity onto the stage.
I want to say a big thank you to Colin for having us in this exhibition. Welcome. It's a pleasure.
Absolutely welcome.
Okay, and I want to thank everybody for coming. Friends, family, fans, taking your time out. I hope I can make you feel... I'm a bit shy because obviously it's just one of me, I should say. I can, hope you like what you hear today.
Take a seat, I'm just going to sort the sound out.
The thing is, I'm not shy when I sing. Probably they call me Sasha Fierce because when I sing I'm a different person, but when I have to talk, sometimes. Okay.
Okay, we're going to make a start by just introducing, or you can introduce us to the full crew.
Okay.
Okay, so bear with me 1 minute. I'm going to point them out, and you can take us through.
Okay.
So
you were very young there, so Colin, you're going to point them out, right?
Yeah. Check 1, 2. Okay, firstly, where is this?
That was in a recording studio.
Do you know which one?
I believe it was, I can't remember, I think it was one in Easy Street,
okay.
I believe. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, you do look young.
Yeah, we were.
You.
That was when we was done To Be in Love.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so who is this?
That's me.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's little
That's a nice picture of me, but that was me, yeah.
So you
I'm
are
Sandra.
Okay.
Sorry to say that. That's Millie, who's late, Big Mouth Millie. So when you come, you definitely will know who she is. See how big her mouth is there, isn't it? Right.
And this is
that was Anita.
Okay.
Anita was with us for a short while.
Yeah.
And then the other girl is Rita.
Okay.
Okay. So really, there, it was myself, Millie and Rita, we were the foundation of the group.
Right, okay.
We started off with another girl called Yvonne, so it was myself, Millie, Rita and Yvonne at first. Okay. And we started singing when we was at school. We used to actually, rehearse in the classroom. And we used to, Yvonne could play the piano, because she was really good. She was like gospelly trained.
Okay.
So we used to have the bongos and the tambourines, and anytime we could get into that classroom, we was in there doing singing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So was that at break time? Or?
That was a break time and lunch times.
Yeah, because I remember even in my school, if you could play piano in my school, you had a crowd around you at lunchtime or break time. Yeah, brilliant.
So from there we just used to rehearse, sing and sing, and then we joined a band called the Belltones in Acre Lane.
Okay,
a lovers rock band.
Right. So what I'm going to do here is just give me a timeline of when this happened, and then I'm going to take you back even further.
That was like in the late. When was Loving to Be Loved Down? 78? Probably 77.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to give you some of my foundation questions.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to, get to an understanding of who was involved in reggae, in terms of where they were from, where their parents were from. Were they from Africa, the Caribbean, or wherever they were from? So can you tell us where your parents are from?
Well, my parents are from Jamaica.
Both parents?
Both parents.
Okay.
Right. But my grandparents were the Windrush Generation.
Okay.
Yeah? So they came over first, and then they sent for my mum and dad.
Right.
Yeah, because I remember being at school, going back. My parents were like the youngest parents, right? So we will go into that when we come to the Coxon part, okay? So all our parents was Jamaican. I think Anita, her background was Jamaican and I think Barbadian.
Okay.
Right.
So where were you born?
I was born here.
Okay.
Right. What was St. Thomas's Hospital? Anybody know the name of the hospital? Was it General Lanning or something? General Lanning, yeah.
Okay.
So I was born in St. Thomas, but when it was...
Yeah, okay. And where are you currently based?
I'm currently based in South Croydon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just down the road?
Just down the road.
Okay.
Just down the road. Not all the time though.
Yes, okay.
I grew up in Stockholm.
Right.
In that area in Brixton.
So,
my roots are.
Tell us about your household and music and just, the influences in your household.
Well, growing back,
when you were growing up.
My dad, my late dad, bless him, his name was Sport. He used to be in Coxon Sound. He loved music. He eat, sleep, breathe music, right? So we just grew up in a household where there was just music. I remember being a little girl, and them times it was like the rock steady days, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of Alton Ellis, and even like James Brown. Mm-hmm. I remember my mum giving me the dance, so we had to dance when I was younger. And we just grew up in music. We just loved it. Yeah. Okay. So those foundations. Okay,
so your dad was in the sound, but did you have sound equipment in your house, or?
Yes, he did. If you ever came to my house, we had some big speakers, massive speakers in the house. My mum used to always complain.
Okay.
You must know also they're big speakers, and all you could hear was every minute. The bass thumping, because my dad was a bass man. Right, he loved the bass.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going back to, was it valve amps those days? The amplifiers that had the little bulbs in them, with the the lights up? Yes.
Okay. They weren't as neat as what they look now.
Yeah.
So you can imagine having a front room.
Yeah.
With that.
Like outside a crib.
Yes.
Back in the day, yeah. Wow, so you had that. So you grew up in the buff buff?
I grew up with the boof boof.
Oh, in your yard.
In my yard, in my dad's car, because you could hear him coming.
Okay.
You could hear him coming with the Benz, you know.
So, so your household. So tell us about your influences in terms of artists that you were into at the time. You told us about your mum and James Brown, but what were you into?
Well, I just grew up liking the music that my dad loved.
Okay, you didn't get any pop influences or anything like that?
It was always reggae.
Yeah? Okay.
So obviously,
Michael
Aretha
Jackson.
Franklin. Oh, I love Michael Jackson.
Oh, there you go.
Daddy bought us our first Michael Jackson. Looking through the Windows album. We used to have the pictures up. I must admit, yeah. So
Yes.
Michael Jackson, we loved.
Okay.
But I grew up on Alton Ellis,
Yeah.
Delroy Wilson, Slim Smith.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All those tunes from back in
Okay.
the day. Okay.
So singing, how did that? When did you realise, or your family realised you had a talent for singing?
When I was at school, we had a play called Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Yeah, I know the one.
And I auditioned for that. I didn't think I'd get it.
Yeah.
And then I got the part. And my parents were so proud. And even when I left school, I was called back to perform it in one of the theatres in London. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So that was the first time I think I sort of realised I had a little bit of
Talent, yeah.
even besides singing with the girls, you know.
Yeah.
That was the first time.
Okay.
And then I think my dad realised when obviously Lloydie brought out Caught You in a Lie.
Yes.
And I used to, that's, every girl's dream. You go around the house with you hear a brush and you're singing and you're singing and you're singing. And I remember one day one of my mum's friends said, you know what, she got a good voice, Tessa. Do you know what I mean? So I thought, yeah.
So you weren't in the church or anything like that?
No, I never grew up in the church.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No,
So it's not
my
your-
grandparents used to take us to church, but my parents,
Yeah, okay. All right then, we'll move on swiftly.
yeah.
Yeah, so, okay, that's interesting. So, all right, so I understand the Jamaican side of listening and being, immersed in reggae music. So telly's on there, there's Top of the Pops. You didn't see like Diana Ross or you weren't, none of that?
I did.
Okay.
I did like them.
Okay,
But reggae was just in my bones.
Okay, I hear that. So styling, you didn't, the clothes, the dress, the things that the artists wore on TV, Top of the Pops and that? No?
Yeah, because I think sometimes with Simplicity now we sort of bring that into when we're on stage, we like to really dressed apart.
Yeah.
So we have sort of gone back into that time.
That show,
We love that show. Diana Ross is lovely. I love her dresses and everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And I did like her as well.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, here we go. You got a stash of Diana Ross under the bed or something like that, haven't you? Yeah, so we're going back to were you all in school at the same time? So all you ladies?
We were all in school.
Okay.
So maybe Rita was a year older than the rest of us. So yeah, but we were all in school around that same time.
Okay. So how did the group thing start? So you just coming together around the piano or something, I guess in the common room or whatever, or in the music room.
Yeah.
And how did you guys decide that you wanted to sing together as a group?
I just think we just realised we had a blend. We got together and we just realised we had a blend, and then obviously we were very eager. So it just came together like that, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So what I'm going to do here, we like to keep the music flowing. So I'm going to go to your Coxsone song first, and then we can talk about how you came to get that going with Coxsone.
Good.
show some love, simplicity in the house. OMG. Why that song?
That song was chosen by Lloydie.
Really?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Yes.
It's a big
Don't
song.
know why, because I think he liked the Emotions at the time.
Yeah.
So Emotions was the group that was doing the thing at that particular
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big song.
Yeah.
It's a big song.
Yeah.
Who did the arrangement?
Do you know the backing was done by Sly and Robbie?
Really?
In Jamaica.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa,
And
let's
To Be
hear
in
it.
Love as well.
No,
To Be
no,
in
no,
Love,
no. Let's
Sly
hear
and
it for Sly and Robbie because,
Yeah.
you know,
Sly and Robbie.
one of the things that's come out through this research, through this project actually, is how much interaction there has been with regards to some of the top Jamaican musicians. I didn't know Sly Robbie were on that. The late Robbie Shakespeare. Wow, let's have some love for Robbie. I had no idea because just going to give the listeners, the audience, some information as well. Even on Louisa Marks, 66th Street, that's the in crowd on that one. So just to give you an idea that, you know, some of the top Jamaican musicians have played on some of the, what we call our hardcore lovers rock. I think the soundmen, we kind of, and any other soundmen in here can probably back me up, we did hear a difference. Some of them, you know, when we heard certain tunes, we're like, why, let's lovers rock, but you have a wrong BSC. You know, I'm going to you like Sonia Ferguson's tunes, Ooh Baby Baby. I mean, when that come on, the bass on that, and then to find out later on, again, Sly and Robbie. The track was built in Jamaica. I had no idea. So, you know, we're learning a lot as we're going through this process. And that's why one of the other things that I'm trying to do is give people an understanding that in this country, we're a melting pot of different islands. So it wasn't just reggae here wasn't just being made by Jamaicans. So we were a collective over here, you know, even people from Africa and whatever. It's a whole melting pot over here. So just trying to bring out that information whilst we're having our discussion. So Lloydie picked that for you, and wow. So the rhythm was built in Jamaica, sent here, and you voiced it.
I think he already had the exactly.
Or it was,
built in
or were they
Jamaica.
here? Or were they here when? Sometimes.
No, they were. I don't think they was here. I think it was built,
Okay.
and that's why I think exactly the same thing. The B-side To Be in Love as well. I think
Yeah. So that's Sly and Robbie as well.
I'm gonna mug you.
Gee, that's got a whole different complexion on that when I listen to it again. Seriously, because I know Sly is very versatile with his drumming. Very versatile. Wow.
So we was kind of privileged, you know, to be singing on those tracks.
Wow.
That's what we did.
That's amazing. Okay, so take us through the process. So, well, let's go back to how you became associated with Lloyd Coxon.
Well, as I said, my dad loved music. He used to be, I think he was in the Eunice sound when he was a younger boy. My mum tells me. He knew people like Soprano B, so all those sort of sounds from then. My dad was associated with those sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Dad and Lloydie were slightly younger than the Eunice people.
Mm-hmm.
So I think my dad joined up with Lloydie. They became friends, they were in the same circle. Then my dad joined the sound. So when we started singing, Dad said, you know what, I'm gonna make Lloydie come round and hear it. So that time he already had, you know, Calling Brown. And so one day Daddy arranged it for Lloyd to come round and sort of, we did a little mini audition in our front room. And he liked the sound, so I just took it from there. And he said, come down, we have a tune for yourself.
Yeah.
That's how it started.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So how did you find that experience with Lloyd Coxon? Did you know him? Had you met him before?
Oh, no, I know him from a baby.
Okay, so but now this is no audition.
Yeah,
for you.
yeah,
Okay.
oh yeah.
Oh, so you were
I grew
familiar.
up.
Okay.
When, you know, anybody knows me. I'm part of the Coxon family.
Okay.
Like everybody, like them, everybody. Oh yeah, Coxon family. So I'm part of that because I grew up from a little girl. You know, no. So, yeah.
Wow.
That's just respect, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you know, we used to travel on the bus to rehearse at his house. We used to drop all of us home, make sure everybody got to their door.
So that's Lloyd. Coxon.
Yeah, he used to do that.
Okay, wow. Wow. Right, so the audition went well.
Yeah.
And then take us through from there. So your song selection and all that.
Well, the audition went well. He had the songs for us.
You already had them, or?
Yeah, well, he had the music.
Okay.
All right. We had to.
Before the audition?
Before the.
No, you had
after
the music.
I don't know. You just had the music.
Okay.
So we just had to go, and he said, "I want you to sing." Obviously, the feelings are feeling by the emotions. He wanted us to sing that. And we actually put "To Be in Love." Those are our lyrics.
Right.
So it's a song that we had written.
Okay.
Yeah, so we just put it to that track, and it worked well as well.
So they gave you the track, and they said, "Can you write something to that?" Or they had something for it?
No, they gave us a track,
Okay.
and we just put "To Be in Love" on the track.
Okay, so that's original.
Yeah, and I remember when we used to rehearse. Willie Steppers used to be with Fred Locks and Creation Steppers. He was over at the time, so he used to always sit down and sort of like give us our vocal notes, and we're young in it, so like he'd say, "Sing this note, that note, this note, that note, that note."
Who was that?
You know, Willie Stepper from Creation Steppers.
Yeah.
So, because he had a good ear for, you know, vocals and keeping in tune and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's why on The Feeling Is a Feeling, it's an emotions tune, but we really got, you know, like
you got
put through our
So you were literally coach through the track.
We not really coached, but we just had to make sure it was as perfect as can be.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough, man. Yeah.
That wasn't an easy tune to sing.
No, I know. That's what I'm
saying.
listening to arrangement or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a big tune.
Yeah.
It's a big tune. I know. I'm still stuck on the Sly and Robbie thing.
Yeah.
So Willie Stepper.
Yeah, Willie Stepper.
But these are just names to me. But these are the people that are in your living room.
Yeah, it was part of Fred Locks.
That's what I'm saying, Fred Locks.
Yeah.
And you knew Fred Locks as well?
I never really met him personally. I don't think, maybe in passing, but
Yeah, why? These are just names to me, you know, so, you know, for you, you're amongst them. You grow with them. Yeah, them bounce upon them knees.
Sure did, yes.
Whoa. No, good thing. Yeah. So, all right. Let me just take you. Let me give you a little curveball here.
Okay.
So, no. Just with the sound system thing. Did that get in your blood? Did you ever want to be part of this in a sound system? I mean, were you singing on the set, or were you a box girl, or how did your?
I was definitely not a box girl. Not a box girl. Too hard. See my dad lift up all them boxes and bring them shoulder. It's hard life.
Yeah, I know.
And I used to drive the truck to country because them times, you know, sound systems used to travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to. I don't know how they did it.
Too hard.
Yeah, that's to travel all over the country and lift up them heavy speaker boxes, and I don't know how they did it them times. Yeah.
Okay, so you were just on the. Well, you were in it, but you didn't do
Singing was alright for me.
Did you ever do any singing on a sound at all?
No.
Okay. No. Just checking that out.
Yeah.
I want to get all the fullness here. Okay. Right. So they helped you with the notes because obviously you're doing an emotions tune, and you guys knew you had to be on point.
Yeah.
Literally, because you had experts around you and whatever. So when it came to your own song now, you've written your own song on top of a Sly and Robbie beat. Wow.
Yeah.
So, how did you go about that? Because it's your own song. Did you have to? Were people, were people pulling you up on the on your vocals, or where you had your
just
features?
just had to let us have the flow of the song. We just flowed in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did our own thing on that one.
Yeah.
And it worked.
Let's listen.
Warrior music.
let's listen to it. What? Every one of you wrote the lyrics, or who's the main songwriter?
What we do is we all collaborate together, really. You know, I may come up with something, and then Millie might add something, another line, and Rita would add another line, and we chop and change things. So it's always a collaboration, usually.
Rewind this. I try with the most thing, but it don't work. It worked, you know, eat them. Let me know. No, but we have to. I've got my controller, that's the thing. No, can't make that wrong without. And you know, this became the A side. I know it's a double A side, but this became the A side. Trust me, the main one that we rinsed out and danced. So let me try and get that. Let me try and get it right this time, people. Pray for me. and gentlemen, show some love. Simplicity. That is a big tune. Big tune. So, before Lady Smurf asks a question, that's a tune that must have made you millions. That's before she said, show me the money.
Show me the money. That's the password.
That's the one, that's the song that made you rich, isn't it? That's the one that made you be able to buy a house in Belgravia.
That's the one that launched us as singers.
Yeah.
We're still talking about the money, ain't we?
Yeah, so, okay, so tell us about that experience. So you got a double A side out.
Yes.
It's, did Coxon play it on their sound?
Yes, especially To Be in Love.
Yeah.
Because that was a soundman music, isn't it?
Yeah, for real.
And a lot of people come up to me and say to me, sound people come up and say, you know, I love that tune, you know. I love that tune.
Yeah. So
wasn't
they had it obviously exclusive. You know how long it was played exclusively on Coxon Sound?
To be honest, I don't know.
Okay, so was it dub play or do you know how they...
We never got involved, because we were young, we never really got involved in that kind of...
Okay, you don't understand that side.
Probably now we know.
Yeah.
You're more wise and...
Okay.
Yeah.
So, the dream has started.
The dream has started.
Yeah, so tell us about, did you go out and perform and just tell us how, you know, your record's released? Did you hear it playing anywhere on the radio or
we didn't really,
tell us those experiences?
I can't really remember getting any live performances, but obviously on a Sunday it was Tony Williams and David Rodigan, wasn't it? And so, you know, like you just feel nice when you used to Rice and Pea show and you hear the song playing. You know, it was a really nice achievement.
Yeah, and school friends?
Yeah, and everybody was saying, yes, Simplicity. Yeah, everybody was, but Norwood Girls is the school that we went to, so, you know, everybody was bigging us up for that. And in Brixton, Acre Lane, Stockwell, everybody kind of knew who we were. And even in Battersea, because obviously Lloydie, that they was over from that side, so we used to get a lot of people from them sides who used to support us. So
right, yeah. So celebrities in school. How was that?
No, you know what? To Be in Love, there was when we was in college.
College, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your classmates in college know about that?
Some of them.
Okay. Selected few. Okay. So, all right. So you alluded to, or you told us you didn't do any live performances.
I can't. You know what? It's so long ago. So I'd lie if I said yes. I did, and I can't remember.
Well, this is where you need your other half, isn't it? Millie, where is she?
Goodness knows. She's on her way.
She's on her way.
She must be near now.
Yeah. So okay. So then, what happened? Because you're in the Coxon camp, you're in the court, you're in the lie camp. You know, big things has come out of that camp. What happened next?
Right. Coxon sort of wasn't around for a little while, so my dad again said, "Oh, Neville came to a song because obviously Neville had one blood."
Neville King.
Yeah.
Okay.
And was he had hits with the Royal Russes as well?
Yeah.
So Dad said, "All right then, we can't Neville because Neville never used to live far from us." So then Neville come. Neville said, "Yes, I'll take you girls." So yeah, he took us.
Okay.
So that's the next chapter.
Okay.
Where we had most of our hits.
Yeah. So just tell us so you didn't have to audition because he had the record. So he just
he knew what
he knew what you could do.
Yeah.
Okay. And you say you weren't able to buy a house from the first experience.
Definitely
so
not.
On the second experience, was there more business taking place in terms of you guys understanding the music business, or at this stage were you still just excited to be recording?
Well, we were still young. We were 19.
Okay.
years old. Give him my age, but yeah, we were 19. We were still young.
So you're just excited to be
So we
recording.
just, you know, you're just excited to be recording and singing, innit?
Mhm.
So that's where that was. But the main the experience that we sort of gained from Neville, we met One Blood. They were brilliant.
Yes.
It was like a mini reggae Motown, because he had Blood Sisters, Charisma, Love and Emotion. Sometimes a Maxi would come, Leroy Simmons, a whole bunch of other artists would all pass through.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously One Blood was a really good backing band as well at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So you gain that experience.
Yeah. So you went into a camp, really.
Yes,
as
like a
opposed
camp,
to,
yeah.
So I'm just trying to get the difference between the experience with Lloyd Coxon and your experience with Neville King.
Mm-hmm.
So you weren't around. It wasn't as stable as such. It was just simplicity.
With Lloyd,
with Lloyd. So it was just you went and did your recording, but when you went to Neville King now, so in the studio you would see these obviously.
Well, we had a rehearsal. Oh, what's that shop in Deptford?
Okay.
Sound City. That's it. You've got it. Yes, you know the history. So they used to have a rehearsal room upstairs from the record shop down. There was a record shop downstairs and a rehearsal room upstairs.
Okay.
And we used to all have slots because there were so many different artists coming through. So we'd we'd have to be there from 8 till 10, or someone was there from 6 till 8. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'd all, I think they'd probably rehearse over 2 days, and then you'd have different artists who were slotted, given a time slot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this rehearsal was from a recording perspective, or
recording
and shows
and stuff.
Okay. Wow. And it was so when we say rehearsing, so you're rehearsing to a live band.
Yeah.
So it's a live band.
Yeah.
I'm just trying.
It's nothing more than rehearsing to a live band.
For the younger generation,
Yeah.
it's not. There's no computer in the room and computer music.
There's nothing like a live band.
Yeah.
Even when you do your performances now, you do PA, you love it, but you have a live band behind you. You're more in control because I take the best on your song, bring it up your song. You know, you're more in control.
Yeah.
Of the show, but yeah, it was nice to work with One Blood.
Okay. So one of the things we're just trying to, I'm going back to my experience. When I put on a show back, I think it was 82 or 81 with True Identity. They were a band at the time, and the Wessex Banqueting Suite. So they were rehearsing in somewhere in Balham, I think it was, such a long, my memory as well. And I was in there. I'd actually convinced my sound partners that we should do a show and dance. True Identity is part family with me still.
Okay.
And I never heard them. So I thought, well, I better go and hear them and hear what they can do. But ting print up already, you know. So I better go and hear them. I was in there for about 2 hours. I never heard one whole song. And when something got wrong, they started again.
Yeah,
what is this?
perfection.
I'm like, what? For the 2 hours putting on a show, I never heard one whole song.
Yeah.
But so the live thing, it's great. But from what I've heard from other people I've interviewed, One Blood were quite tight, so they were slick in terms of learn stuff probably without you being in there. So when you're coming, your time is quite quick because they know what they're doing. They already know the backing.
Yes, certainly.
Yeah, no, One Blood, man. You have to. Let's give it up for One Blood. Yeah, so what I'm trying to say is, and the reason why I want you to give it up for One Blood, because they were blood brothers, hence the name One Blood, and most of them are no longer with us.
Yeah.
So it's quite sad, really.
Very sad.
Yeah.
Very sad. And I worked very closely. I was quite close to Ewan.
Yeah.
And even when we...
Just tell us what instrument you play.
Ewan would do the bass, He's a bass player.
Yeah.
And actually, even when I'm jumping anyway, forwards.
That's fine.
But even when Simplicity wasn't doing much work, he'd always call me back to, if he had anything to do, or any shows coming up, or backing vocalist, or... So I do miss him greatly.
Yeah.
With friends.
Yeah. So you've done BVs for other groups, or when you say BVs?
Well, we used to do a thing like for Mother's Day. We used to pull together a band with at the time Jerry Lounge was part of that band.
Okay.
Some of the musicians that are actually doing the rounds now with a lot of the, like a lot of the shows, like Doctor, keyboards, and then Clint, lead guitarist. They do a lot of the jazz cafe shows and stuff.
Right.
Reggae shows. Ewan formed a band, and we were sort of like, it was like a cover band of reggae songs, and we'd like get called back for like Mother's Day shows and stuff like that we used to do. So yeah, I do miss him.
So you guys used to track the Black Echoes and your position in the charts?
Yeah, we did at the time.
Yeah? We buy it every week?
Not every week.
Yeah. Okay. Did you buy your own records, or did you keep copies of your own records?
I never buy my own records.
No, but I mean, have you still...
I've got copies, yeah.
Yeah, because some of the artists...
Yeah, you usually get a few, The producers used to give you your own, like, about 5 or 10 copies.
Okay.
You might just give to your family or whatever.
Okay, that's your experience.
It's my experience was good days.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not everyone's experience. So okay, so you're now with Neville King, and it's a whole different setup. It's a bunch of artists and stuff. So what was the plan for you as a group? What was Neville's vision for you guys?
Well, I don't really know. I know he pushed us.
Yeah.
But remember, there was different artists under that camp as well. So it wasn't just Simplicity.
Yes.
There's a Blood Sisters. So he had about four or five girl bands. So, yeah.
So you're...
I think everybody was kind of important to him. I don't think he ever showed any favouritism.
Right, okay, that's good. So what was your first track with Neville?
The first track was Loving Kind.
That big tune?
That big tune.
Oh my gosh, goodness. I can't run that now. I don't know what to end the show with. I'll give you a taste of it.
Tease them.
That's such a big tune.
Yeah, man.
It was sound my wrist, this tune.
We need to put the dark curtains up. Yeah.
Oh.
Start blacking up the dance.
Shut up.
Let's have a little taste of this thing.
Yeah, man.
I'm only going to give you a taste of it. Big tune! So a photo just came up, so we're into, and it's You made it easy for us.
Yes, it does. I was thinking, where did you get that one from? Because I've seen that picture for years.
Yeah, so hopefully you all can see that
Wow.
simplicity there. In the studio.
Yes.
Actually in the studio, so everyone's name there, as you say. Jerry, who's that Jerry? Is that, no, it's not Jerry Lyons.
No, that was Jerry. Jerry was a brother.
Okay,
yeah.
sorry.
Errol,
Okay.
Ewan and Trevor, and Paul.
So Sandra, is she sitting on someone's knee?
Yeah, Millie's.
She's the tallest.
Okay.
Wasn't that skinny?
Beautiful dear.
Let's see what else we got here.
Yes.
So,
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. Famous
Harry
background.
Jacobs, isn't it? Is it Harry Jacobs?
And the three of them.
so we've lost someone here now. So we're down to 3.
We're down to 3.
So when Loving Kind was recorded, how
It was
many?
3 of us.
It was 3 of you.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was you 3.
Yes.
All right, so can you help us out here? Who's
Right.
who on here?
Millicent, Millie, Rita, and Sandra.
Okay, that's you. So
Yeah, that's me.
clarify it. Yeah?
Yeah, man.
Wow. So there we go. Number.
Phenomenal.
And these photos are really kind of just being made available for the exhibition. You guys have had them in your loft or in your album and not shown in the light of day. So once again, thank you for sharing these pictures with us. So many artists.
That
Sorry,
picture is actually on a big poster in Brixton, all over Brixton. That
Yeah.
one.
Wow.
Yeah. At one stage.
Yeah. And the sad thing is, when we used to go into the record shops and we used to see all these photos of all the artists and whatever with their names or whatever, and no one could seem to find any from now. You know, what they've all gone in skips or whatever, as the record shops were emptied out, as they became redundant or whatever, or sold up, and people can't seem to find any of these photos. We had, you know, it's a shame. But and you're now telling me that this was a big poster.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Harry Jacobs.
Yeah, no, I've been there many a time. Yeah, they look real.
The backdrop.
Yeah, everyone's familiar with that. Yeah.
You missed the basket.
That's
I'm
true.
saying the basket in Harry Jacobs. Yeah. Yeah, my dad. It's the safari suit over there. I saw my dad went. He went by himself and took a picture by himself in his safari suit and holding on to the basket. Yeah. So. Eyes here?
Okay, Millie's just arrived.
Yes.
Okay. She will be out. Okay, you see here bottom out. Alright.
Yeah, so yeah, that's. Tell us about that photo shoot. Who arranged that?
We just went to Harry Jacobs and just brought our outfits.
Was
And
your initiative as a group, or was it them?
no, we all did everything as a collective. We don't do anything even now.
No, I'm saying, was it the record label or?
No,
was
we
it
just decided to
as
take it.
girls,
Yeah.
you decided to
Yeah.
take a picture.
Yeah.
So if you didn't take the initiative, you would. No, I'm just saying because a lot of artists don't have any photos.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's good that you guys took that initiative. Wow. Yeah, man. And what's interesting when we see all the artists together on one of the banners that I've got, it's called the Schoolgirl Revolution, is just how young you all look. Especially when you see all the groups on the one banner that I've got behind us. You really were just babies.
We were.
You know? Really just babies. So, are you good to go?
I'm good to go.
Okay, so let's now welcome the other member of Simplicity. Millie fashionably arriving on time.
Listen, to get here is something else. That's all I'm going to say, man. That's all I'm
Croydon,
gonna say.
Croydon.
How's the cat?
Huh?
How's the cat?
The cat is all right, you know. Yeah, I fed him this morning.
Right, check 1, 2, 1, 2.
1, 2, okay, so we're good to go now. Greetings.
Hello.
Okay, so we're going to go back because are you comfortable? Okay, that's good. Right, so I'm just going to cover some of the bits that I've been through with Sandra, because we need to understand your background as well. Yeah, so we're taking you right back.
I thought I'd missed that.
No. We need to know about you. So, where are your parents from?
Clarendon in Jamaica.
Okay, just hold the mic a bit closer.
Clarendon in Jamaica, everyone.
Okay, all right.
And my mum and dad came here in 1959.
Okay, she's done her research before she came here.
Fully prepared.
Fully prepared. Okay, so where were you born?
I was born in Brixton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's the reaction.
I understand.
Thank you.
No one. Yeah, it wasn't a collective, just one. Represented.
Only way one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Chris. Yeah, so your household. Just tell us what music, the vibes in your household. What were you exposed to in your household?
Well, my uncle had a sound system.
There's another one. Yes. Oh.
I wouldn't say it was particularly famous, but he thought, that his was everything. He played like the 1950s, the ska, all of those kind of things. Maureen, I was singing music and dancing to music from the age of like 7 or 8.
Okay.
Because every weekend they'd have what they call it, shubbeens.
Yeah.
Shubbeens, with your curry goat and rice and
the gram.
Oh yes, and then all the ladies would wear their flared skirts and sit on the chair and wait for the men to come and ask them for a dance. It was really old school.
So was that in the house?
That was just in the house.
Yeah,
every weekend.
Yeah. Really?
Oh yes.
Wow.
We had a party every weekend. Food and drinks.
Was this your house?
That's just our house, yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, I had 8 of them, 8 uncles, 2 sisters. The house was always full. Sunday, rice and peas and chicken. Listen, when my mum started cooking, even the dogs would come barking round. The dogs would start coming to our house.
Wow.
It was really family orientated. Doesn't matter who you were, just not the dog coming. Food is there.
Yeah. Wow, that's nice. So, started singing from early.
Singing and dancing. Because when my uncles were there, my mum said, "Come and dance, come on, come in the middle and dance." Okay, mum.
So you were the entertainment?
I was the entertainment, as usual. Nothing's changed, is it?
Encouraged from young. So, that's good. Okay, so what type of music was playing in your household?
I can only remember, for me, I call it 1960s kind of music, but there was ska, blue beat, Maureen, Margaret, all them kind of songs that I think it's normal, but it's not. But that was our parents' era.
Yeah.
Kick the
That's it. Oh my gosh! Listen. Anything where they can do a little skiffle. I used to learn the dances. Yes, shuffle and twist.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I loved them.
Yeah.
Not that I'm that old, but
No, good days, trust me. Yeah, so, okay.
And dub as well, because it kind of, as the era changed, then my uncle sort of started playing more dub and roots, and Bob Marley was always there.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Abyssinians, it started to get more hardcore.
Okay. So, in the mid-70s,
Yeah, so I think really, my influences were really sort of more roots, dub, and the sort of ska and skiffle thing. I didn't really come into loving lovers rock until we started up. So I think we're really coming from a roots space.
Okay.
Remember, we idolised the I-Trees.
Oh yes, we wanted to be the I-Trees.
We wanted to be the I-Trees.
Oh yeah,
we did.
We did our little movements on stage.
Okay.
And we loved their harmonies.
Yes.
Okay.
So when you used to come for sometimes when we used to travel to rehearsals on the train, poor people then, we just used to make up so much noise. We were singing all around. The carried on the train, just doing our harmonies, and we just loved the vocal sound and the blend of the harmony.
Yeah.
So we really, I Trees is really
Definitely I Trees. Anything sort of rootsy and earthy was what we were into. That's why, even though we're sort of positioned in the Lovers Rock era, I feel that our stuff is a little bit heavier and a little bit different. We like to be on the edge of stuff. You know, we want to hear a bass line.
Absolutely, yeah. So,
and drums to go with it as well.
Yeah. So, Sandra's been telling us you were honoured to have Sly and Robbie on your first track.
Yes.
I had no idea.
That was it for us.
I had no idea.
It's a highlight.
It's a highlight for me. You see, I mean, the audience, though, I'm still stuck on it. Yeah, so, okay. That's what your parents were doing. So I want to get into your bedroom now.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Didn't even buy me dinner.
And I want to know what was on the wall.
told me she had the mouth in it, I told you. I'm quite alive.
I want to know what was on the wall in the bedroom. What, you know, because one of the things we're trying to do as well with this exhibition and the exhibition as well is just try to understand the female bedroom at that time. What did you have? Because we know we had the Aladdin lamp and they had the hot iron comb and all that suppressy hair and all of that.
This question, bit dodgy.
It's not dodgy. Don't worry yourself. Everything is family orientated.
Extremely.
So, yeah. So
focus.
So we just want to know.
I will tell you.
Michael Jackson. Who was?
No. You're going to be a shock. You're going to be a shock. Okay, my bedroom.
David Bowie.
Okay, I was always a bit different, wasn't I, Sandra?
Still are.
Yeah. I don't sort of follow the run-of-the-mill, of the Norwood girls, do I do?
She's posh.
No, exactly.
Posh.
So anyway, what I had on my bed, I didn't have anything on my bedroom walls.
Okay.
No. The thing that I was into at that time was Elvis Presley.
Okay.
So
the King.
The King.
All right.
Because there was something that happened when I listened to his LP when I was 12.
Right.
I could feel all the emotion and stuff in there that I'd never heard from an Englishman before, or a white man, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to understand, how did he get all of that emotion into that song? So I was more a person that would play songs or LPs and listen to them.
Right.
I was never really influenced by anyone in particular. So that was an LP that I played a lot.
Okay.
Minnie Riperton was another one that I played exceptionally a lot. Diana Ross, I was into as well. And I found myself going more down the kind of soul, Supremes kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which is kind of where I ended up, didn't I, a little bit later.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I was on the soul vibe.
Right. I'm going to go into Sandra's bedroom.
My bedroom. I told you it's Michael Jackson and Paul Me.
Did you have your own bedroom first? Or did you share?
We share.
How many in a room?
3 of us, two sisters, Yeah.
How many in your
Well,
bedroom?
lucky like you,
I had my own bedroom,
Really?
I had my own lounge, and I had my own ensuite.
What a type of?
Yeah. My mum had a 5-bedroom house in Brixton, darling.
See, Brixton again.
Brixton?
Brixton again.
Yeah, I had to share.
She's lucky, innit? I had to share as well.
And even when I used to come to school, remember I'd get £1 a day?
Yeah.
And I'd be coming in with my box after 8, and I'd be munching them, and they'd be coming in with like some little half things. I'm thinking, what's going on? I never got
Millie. How many siblings?
Me, I'm an only child.
Oh, no wonder.
That says it all, doesn't it? Only child. That says it all.
No,
That says it all. Only child.
know me squeeze up in a room with 2 brothers.
Huh?
5.
We got one picnic. Imagine.
No, they had plans of bringing their other children from Jamaica.
You got.
But it didn't work out.
Okay.
You know, my mum tried really hard, like she saved and, you know, she paid her man to the man on the corner, the travel man, to get their tickets for them to come over, and then he ran off with the money.
Wow.
Yeah, things happened to my mum. And then they tried again, and then they got, you know, the money went again. So it was really awkward being me here in UK, because the ones in Jamaica felt that it wasn't right and I was more privileged than them, and wholly political things went on. So I personally don't think I could leave my children and go to another country, from what I saw in my family.
Okay, yeah. It was hard. I mean, our parents will tell you, I don't think any of them took it lightly to come from the Caribbean and leave a child back and try and make a life, and then knowing that, you know, saving to try and bring those children over.
Someone's going to feel resentment.
Yeah. No, well,
You know, it's not fair.
So that's what we're getting here as part of the Windrush story right here.
Yeah.
No, for real. Yeah. So you kind of missed out on stuff in terms of, we got, you know, me and my brothers, we had a good time in our bedroom. Did you not have a good?
Yeah, we had fun.
We had fun in it. Yeah. Big
I had
fights.
fun.
Yeah, we had fights as well, but you know what I mean.
Not fights, innit?
Trust me. And I remember, this is my trauma now, people. I remember, well, my dad had a bit of a gambling house over one of his other house. He used to do gambling, so me and my brothers started gambling amongst ourselves. My dad came in, said, "You don't gamble against each other. You gamble with other people. You don't gamble as brothers."
Right.
So we got told off, not for gambling, but for gambling against each other. So, you know what I mean?
Self-incriminate your dad's friend. Dad's friend had a gambling house. You understand?
Yeah, so everyone there by legal counsel. Yeah, so no, we're learning a lot here. So Sandra's dad knew Coxon. Sandra was surrounded with sound system. You've got the sound system vibes as well. So wow, there's a whole lot of sound system stories here. So the audition part, I know for the audience we're going to kind of recount it, but we've heard Sandra's feelings and how she experienced it. So I just want to, when you found that you were going to be on you got accepted to do a recording. Yeah, Simplicity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the Simplicity story. So you got accepted and you were going to do this recording. Tell us how you felt about that.
Well, I think it was just normal. I just expected it because we all rehearsed together at school.
Right.
We all decided to go into Simplicity.
Right.
Yvonne, did you talk about Yvonne and the piano?
I said that Yvonne, did I mention?
Yvonne, it was a jazz pianist.
Yes, she was.
So what I tended to do was play piano with her while she was playing.
So you play as well?
No, I'm more photographic.
Okay.
So I can copy what people do.
Oh, okay.
So she would play up that side, I'd play down this side
Right.
to complement. So I was always harmonising, I suppose,
Yeah.
in one way or the other.
Okay.
And so then when it came to time for us to do the recording, it seemed fairly normal.
Yes.
I didn't feel any kind of anxiety or anything because it's the same as what we did at school. So we just went and we recorded, we did the harmonies, we laid more harmonies on top. I thought it was more of a learning experience to see the difference in an actual studio.
Okay.
Can I just point out that when we did the Feeling is a Feeling, Yvonne was with us.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And then when we recorded To Be in Love, she left the group. And the reason why she left the group was that she won a competition with Cleo Lane, another great
That's
Cleo
it.
Lane, the jazz singer.
Jazz singer, yeah.
So she
Really?
had an opportunity
Oh my goodness.
to be coached by her.
Yeah.
So she decided that reggae wasn't for her.
Yeah, because she had that more soul, but more on the jazz side.
Right.
But then she did come back to us and do
O2.
the O2 when we did the O2, which I think is 2015 or I don't know.
Okay.
some
So
years ago.
so when you did it, how many of you were on stage for the O2? How many?
3 of us.
3 of us.
Yeah.
Okay, so just trying to understand here.
Yeah.
It's Rita,
So
Sandra,
that's-
and Millie.
That's
So
me
in
sitting
this-
down, and that's Sandra sitting on me, and then there's Rita, and then there's One Blood.
We did ask her about sitting on you.
She always sits on me. It's normal.
Okay. Just like that. But I'm just a bit confused here because in this recording
Yvonne
studio
is
you've
not
got
there.
Rita.
Yeah.
So
When did she leave?
Rita sung this with you,
Yeah.
but Yvonne's come back to you for the O2 in 2015?
Yeah. She spent a long time in the jazz circuit.
Right, okay.
And then she was teaching piano as well.
Mhm.
So she took the longest time away
Oh, okay.
from us. Yvonne, when Rita left, she left to get married, didn't she? So she got married and then she left the group.
Right.
So she's never come back. But we're still in communication.
Okay.
It's just that Yvonne went away the longest.
Okay.
But then when we were going to do the O2, we thought, well, you know, we really needs a third harmony.
Mhm.
So that's why she came back for that.
Okay, and she supported you with that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Rita actually sang on all the Neville King tracks. So Rita was with us up until when we decided to leave Neville.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
You sang about Maxi, please.
I've heard his name.
Oh God.
Was that Brockle Park? That looks like Brockle Park or something.
I wasn't there.
No, sorry. I can't remember where that picture was taken. Okay.
Yeah, so what would you say? Some 3-degree stuff going on
Yeah,
there?
definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. Afros are, well, serious Afro pops.
Natural.
Yeah. That's a beautiful picture. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let's have a round of applause for the picture. Yeah, so we're in, okay, so we're going to fast forward now. We've got your backstory. So now we've been through the Coxon Park, now we're at Neville King. We understand now that One Blood is a backing, and you're in a stable where there's like 4 or 5 other groups, and you're getting your time slots to go in the rehearsal room, etc. Right. You did your first song on Neville was Loving Kind, which we just tasted. I want to come back to that because I beat you. What was next? In fact, before that, Loving Kind. Tell us what that did for you.
Well, that's put us back on the map, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Really.
How was Neville's reaction to the song?
Everybody just loved the bass line, the music. The bass line,
Yeah.
the music just carried that song. all the
Yeah.
way through.
So you were in a camp. So how did the other artists feel about that track?
I don't know, no one's really... I think everybody just wanted to do their own thing. Everybody was just excited about getting on with their business. They weren't really...
You weren't watching there. You bought the
obviously-
Black Echoes. So you're looking at the charts, and you weren't looking at any other groups where they
Okay,
were.
yes, of course. Yes, of course we did. Of course we were. Let's talk it real now. Yes, we were. But we were more thinking, they've got to... Right. The next track we put out, we've got to get to number 1. You know, so it just spurred you on to do better.
Adopt me 1 year.
That's right.
Yeah, it's motivation. You were motivating each other. You're in a stable, you know, everyone's, yeah, no, it's good.
And even if you're there and you're rehearsing, someone will come in and you think, oh, who's that? Oh, that's Maxi Breeze.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So people are coming in all the time.
Yeah.
So you had to step up your game.
Yeah. And that's it. Yeah, you're
You
bouncing
can't
off each
just be
other.
there like a wallflower.
Yeah.
You have to perform. You have to produce hits.
Yeah.
Because there's people around you that want that centre stage.
Yeah. No, that's good. Yeah, man. So you're in a camp. Yeah, you're in a camp. Yeah, no, that's real. So, Loving Kind's come out. It's created waves. Salman them love it.
You know, the Salman that they love to the track on the B-side. No, Loving Kind.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, yeah.
The one for me.
The one.
The one for me.
Okay.
The one for me. That's what the soundman did.
That's a shocker, because when you listen to it, you think, oh, it sounds alright, but when you hear the bass line, if you play that now, you hear that bass line. We were always into bass lines.
Okay.
If that bass line wasn't wicked,
And I think One Blood built that rhythm track for the soundman though.
yeah.
Okay.
The one for me, yes.
That's the B-side to Loving Kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a double jeopardy having that both sides.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I hope it is.
did you put it out?
I'm sure we put it out on that LP.
This is in the stores. It's in the digital download stores.
Yes, and our manager David over there, if you'd like to see him at any point, he'll be giving you flyers where you can get downloads of all of our LPs. Sell it, girl.
That's the one. That's the one. Living legends, man.
David looks surprised.
I'm going to make sure you do your work.
I don't think David's surprised by me, are you, David?
No! You never know, but you know now.
Millie's in the house. You didn't warn us.
I did, I warned you.
Step the bass line.
Simplicity in the house.
We were young.
Let's hear it for Simplicity. The voices are still there. Whoa. Wow, thank you for that, ladies. So, yeah, that's a serious Steppers tune. Serious Steppers. And what was it we were talking about? Lovers Rock and the fact that there was Steppers, the beat in terms of Steppers, but you're singing a long love track on a Steppers. And that was kind of your way into, because obviously we didn't have much time on the radio. So in order for your music to carry in the big dances, it's that beat, you know, where the soundman has said, yeah, this can work on my set, if you see what I'm saying. So that's a lot of Steppers, or a lot of Lovers Rock artists have got Steppers in their repertoire. For real, no, big tune. Yeah, so that was working for you. So tell us a bit more about your experience in that camp.
It felt more like a kind of Motown, because we were all there, we're all young, we're all, some of us were a little bit shy, some of us were kind of learning from each other, but we all wanted to be successful. And so I would say that the men of the camp ruled everything, right? Come, your rehearsal is this time, your rehearsal is that time. So it was like...
So who was scheduling? Who was doing the scheduling?
I think mainly sort of Neville, wasn't it?
Okay, so he was pulling the strings?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So, you know, we'd go in at our time, and he would pick us up from home.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and drive us back home.
Okay.
So, you know, we didn't have to take like transport. We're lucky actually.
Yeah, okay.
We're very lucky. Yeah.
Yeah. Because, is that because your dad had a personal connection?
My dad had a personal connection.
So...
They made sure that we were picked up.
Okay,
and then dropped off.
Yeah. So no doubt there was a quiet word when you weren't around.
maybe that could be.
As I've been told by other artists, you may not have known that quiet word took place.
Yeah, we were picked up and dropped home.
Yeah. So okay. No, so all right. So we know some big names were in there. You not keep mentioning. Max's name has been mentioned a couple of times. I'm not sure where Maxie was in his career at that time when you guys were bumping into him. Had he taken off?
I think he was working a lot with Paul at the time.
Yeah. Paul who?
One Love.
Yeah. Robinson.
Yeah. Paul Robinson.
Barry Bull.
Barry Bull. Forgot.
Yeah. I'm just making sure that people know who we're talking about. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, because his first his first album? Would that have been around that time?
I don't know if it was an album or a single.
It was earlier than that, wasn't it?
It was a single.
85. Okay. So where are we talking? 81, 82? Where are we now? With that particular track, that's around.
It's around the 81 mark.
81 mark. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Maxie would have been in his.
Yeah, he did.
Starting out.
He wasn't around the longest. I don't remember him being there as long as some of the others. He kind of came in and did his thing and went.
Yeah.
But we predominantly were there, and what was the free girl?
No, you mentioned Blood
Sisters.
Sisters,
all right.
Yeah.
I mentioned all that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lovely notion.
And then what I found was that it was period. It was really just us.
Okay.
So there'd be periods when, right, come you lot doing the rehearsal from 7 till 11. I remember being at rehearsals 7 till 11.
Okay.
Or
we had slots, time slots.
Yeah, we had time slots, but I always remember being at rehearsals. You get there at 7, and by the time you get through and everybody had their bit, we finish at 11, and we get dropped home.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So what involvement did you have in this camp now, Neville King's camp, with song selection, music? Just tell us how that worked.
I think we just used to go and sing what we felt.
Yeah.
And then the guys would someone would listen, and then they would just like make up a bass line to it.
That's it.
And then the keyboard would start doing something.
Yeah.
Then the drummer would start doing something. So it's just like
you would be humming or
Yes,
singing.
we would be singing what created.
Yeah. Right, okay.
And then they would create the music around what we were singing.
Right.
And then we'd jam it for a bit and see if it goes right. And then he'll say, no, let me change up that, let me put this in.
Yes.
And so it was a creative session
Right.
where you're creating a new track, but you're going through, evolving through things. So, all right, let me put this lead guitar on. You know, and then he'll probably try that for a bit. So we'd wait until he got that right. And then, all right, let's start again. So we'd all start again.
Yeah.
And then someone will say, no, hold on, let me change this up, change up the keyboards. So it was like we're all being creative in creating that new track.
Right, right. So when you left the rehearsal or that process there, did you leave with anything, a cassette or anything?
Of course, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Everything was recorded.
Right. Okay.
Always, you know, the little. They don't even have them nowadays, do they?
Yeah. So you left the group one each or just one for the group?
I think I got most of them, didn't I? I've got quite a few of them, authentic ones.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, the real deal.
Okay. So
I still play them though.
I can play them. I've got the little old thing around the corner.
So you left, and obviously the band would have a copy of that recording for themselves, so that they could
practice.
And when you came back after that,
We
they were
were
polished,
Yeah.
and you just literally were able to just go into the recording studio.
Well, no, we rehearse. Even though you think, right, the track is right,
Okay.
you still go through the rehearsal process.
Right.
Before
Okay.
you get to studio.
Yeah, before you
Okay.
get to studio. So
Right.
you might rehearse it for like maybe a couple of weeks, because then other things will be coming up. I mean, how many tracks did we have? We've got an LP that we haven't released.
What?
An LP's worth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, do you know?
No, until you mention that, no, we haven't got to that part.
Wait
yet.
till we get to that part.
Okay. We'll give it there. David.
We haven't got to that part yet.
Okay, so we're still, because we're still at Neville King.
You're still at Neville King.
Still at Neville King, okay. Fine, how was I be? Okay, so what else? So we played that was a double A side?
Yeah.
Yeah? So then what was next?
The next one was The Killer, which is my favourite, Waiting.
Waiting.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to play Waiting.
Yeah.
And then what?
The thing is, when you hear it, you have to move.
Waiting for love, just waiting for love, keep waiting for love tonight,
Ladies, doesn't it feel a bit awkward sitting down?
Yeah, come on, get with it.
Well, certainly people at the back can
Okay.
see you. You don't have to, but
No,
if
but
you
they're
feel
ready,
more
they're ready,
comfortable.
They're ready. Work with it. They're ready. Take it to them. Come on! Take it back! Leave it legend.
waiting for love, just waiting for love, still waiting for love tonight, tonight. When I want you, you're not around. When I need you, you're not to be found. I'm all alone, waiting for you to come home. Waiting for you to show me your love, your sweet love. waiting for love, still waiting, waiting for love tonight, tonight, tonight.
Come on! Hurry up!
When I call you, you're not at home, so I'm left here all on my own, just wasting away night and day, waiting for you to show me your love, your love, your sweet love. Your love, your sweet love.
Come on!
I'm waiting, just waiting, just waiting, still waiting. Ooh, I'm waiting, yes, just
Whoa, what can we say? Simplicity. Let's hear it for simplicity. And love. Whoa. Waiting for love. So what were these lyrics based on?
We were young.
Who was doing the waiting?
Well, I was going through experiencing certain things, and yeah, you know, you're young. Let's put it to paper, and then we got together and finished the song off.
Okay.
I don't think back then I had much experience about them things.
Okay.
But because I listened to so much music,
Popping out of it.
because I listened to so much music about love and you know that left them and I thought, oh, okay, so let me try this vein. So I'm more like into writing the kind of angst kind of lyrics.
Okay, second-hand experience.
Yes,
okay.
but I never had my first hand really.
Sandra got through it.
Sandra got through it.
It's just life. It's just life, isn't it? And then times everybody used to be in them Cecil G and then go like Crocs and you know sovereigns and remember them days. So I write a song about it.
All that glitters is not gold, so you were attracted to that.
No. Don't worry me up. No. It's just you see what goes on in life, innit?
Yeah.
You know, it's experience.
You see what you just said? Them one, they would break your heart.
Yeah.
With the SOG and the Sovereign and the Cougar and they would break your heart.
Was that what it was all about at them times, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're moving through and things are going well with Neville. How many songs did you do with Neville?
Well, I think Black Is Our Colour is on the B-side to
Okay.
Grooving.
Separate.
Oh, is it separate?
Yeah, they mixed up the dance, but separate.
Oh, you see? Avid fan, man. You what? Yes.
Yes, black is our colour. And waiting dub. See,
yes,
we always have to have a piece of
What?
dub
You mixed it up.
or roots somewhere, otherwise we can't feel it.
Yeah,
So I'm really
Oh, so
surprised
that's what okay.
that they call us Lovers Rock, because I didn't think we were. This one is called Blacker Dub. Been waiting on the other
I
side.
think there's some mixing up.
So you mixed it up, yeah.
Yeah. Some mixing up was going on in the printing press.
We have a lot of tracks that we did, but not all of them were released.
Right.
But when we come onto that section,
Yeah.
we'll let you know about what's going to come out.
Okay.
Yes, Grooving. And on the back, Sunny Afternoon.
No, that's not just grooving, that's just the B-side to that.
Okay, so that's just Grooving. Loving Kind. Yeah, the original. Yeah.
Thank you.
You see? When you come here?
Definitely history.
Sing it here. So, Alright, so what else was on the networking? Let me just get a touch of that.
Black is our colour. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So tell us the reasoning behind the lyrics there.
Black is our colour. It was a Wade song.
Okay.
And I remember when I used to, you know, sometimes when my dad was playing music, and you just, sometimes when you just be like pretending you're sleeping on the settee, and I could just imagine myself singing the song because I love the song so much. And the first chance when I got to do it, I said to Never, can we do this song?
Okay.
And that's how.
Okay. And how did you feel about that song?
It didn't bother me. If Sandra was feeling that song, let her do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the arrangement. So.
Now freedom's come at last. Black man progressing in every way. Because black we are, and black we will always be. Black in the sight of everyone, it's so beautiful to see.
What can I say, ladies? Wow. But where I'm going to go to now, in fact, before I do that, because someone asked me to send you a message. Paul Dawkins said to say, bless up, he loves you ladies, and he just asked me to make sure that I tell you that.
He's on here live, you know.
Oh, bless up, Paul.
He's on the backyard live.
Bless up, Paul. Yeah, so I just needed to make sure I remember to pass that message on.
Hear that, Paul?
Yeah. So, racism, for a lot of us, when we heard Black Skin Boy, when we heard Brown Sugars, Black Pride and those tracks, and when we hear this, so a lot of us are going through stuff, facing discrimination and whatever, and these tracks have carried us, made us feel good about ourselves, because the establishment, the whole environment we're in is telling us that we're no good, telling us that we're a problem to society. So that's you were inspired by that tune. Tell us your experience with racism or whatever. Because the reason why I say that, if you look at the back there, we've got Matumbi. Matumbi were on an anti-racist, part of the anti-racist thing. We had the anti-racist alliance, and the roots bands were performing with the punk bands and the rock bands or whatever. So the reason why I'm going down this road is because you've written a song, or you've covered a song. tell us about your experience and how that made you feel singing this song, and the reaction you've had from audiences when you sing that song.
Okay, even though, yes, I know racism was around and the riots and police and stuff like that, from a personal perspective, if I had encountered it, I didn't acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Because my mum raised me in such a way that you want it, you go for it. Don't let no one stop you. No one and nothing. So I've always had that confidence that, I mean, let's be real. I know that there's black and white, there were issues. But if it was staring me in the face, I would surmount it. I would demolish it. I would get it out of my way. And I would keep going. So I was raised with the confidence to know that I am enough. I am more than enough. And no one's going to stop me. So when I sing that song, I'm trying to send that energy of positivity to others who probably don't feel as secure as I as I did and I now do.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to give them that confidence by singing that song, by impressing on them that we should be proud to be black, because we should be. Because at the end of the day, if it wasn't for us, where would this country be?
Teach them!
Let's hear it. Sandra, because your eyes were closed and you'd gone into one when you were singing.
Yeah, I always go into one when I sing that song.
Yeah, so tell us your experience.
It just means so much to me.
Yeah.
Just the words just resonate with me. It just means so much to me. And the power and the struggles that we've been through. We're strong people. We are strong people. Sometimes even you get a job and then say they're not showing you they're biased. They're not showing you that they're biased against you because they're all laughing up in your face. But come to appraisal time, you won't see what the paper is. And you work hard. It's happened to me. But as Millie said, don't give up. Just keep going. Keep going.
Me, I'm telling you something. I'm one of them barefaced people. I had one guy at work say to me, "I don't like you." So, why? Because I had to understand, why don't you like me? Why? I just don't like you people. I said, "Well, don't worry, you're going to end up loving me, dear." And I'm telling you now, he ended up loving me.
Yeah.
You can change people with your drive and energy. Because listen, there are bullies and there are victims in this world, as Chris Rock said. Don't become a victim, but you don't have to be a bully. Just walk your road.
True words. Listen, love that song, love the energy from that song. Let's hear it, because when artists put them songs in their repertoire, a lot of artists don't want to put them songs in their repertoire, sing about their colour and boost up themselves. Seriously, it's energy for us and it's positive. So I would just like you guys once again to round of applause for Simplicity. Pushing that song and helping us to feel proud of ourselves, because we're going through stuff even now. So as that's playing, again, it's giving us strength again to deal with what we're dealing with even now. Seriously. Okay. So we're still in the Neville King camp, but I've got to really go forward now because time is So where do we go after Neville King?
After Neville King, we went to my dad's friend, Ken, S&G.
Okay.
And who did Carol Thompson? Yeah, obviously Carol Thompson was with S&G under the label. Don't know if Sandra Reid was, I'm not sure. We worked with Black Slave and Alan Weeks.
Okay.
And we done 2 tracks with them. One was Our Love Grows and Let's Rock. And with S&G though, he had a vision for us. He really did have a vision for us. And,
so when you say he, who the name of the
Smitty. Well, my dad called him Smitty, so I can't remember his name first. And he was the one who introduced us to like the beret and the army gear. Do you remember the trousers, the khaki trousers?
When we were at Fringe, we had to appear at the Fringe.
I think there's a picture somewhere.
Yeah. And safari hats.
Safari hats
Rifle.
I think he was trying to push us in the roots direction, really. But it was really fun because you'd go on stage and there'd be smoke screens.
Yeah.
And just have these little plastic, I shouldn't say that, but
Rifles.
Yeah.
Could you imagine us on stage now with plastic rifles?
Yeah.
Could you imagine doing this? That's what we did.
And smoke coming out everywhere. I suppose it was exciting, but there we were our most creative because we were on the way to producing an album, and some of those tracks were really good. So what we are doing now, we're in studio, we're revamping those tracks, so we can't let them tracks go.
That's right.
So we're actually, taking ownership of it, and we're going to make sure we finish this EP.
Yeah, we're working on it now. So
we're working on
it's
it now.
definitely coming out.
So hopefully by spring we should have something definitely out.
Yeah, definitely a single, I would say. Out
By spring. All right.
So you know, like sometimes people they regurgitate their hits. We've already got hits that we haven't put out. So we're just putting them out.
And we're revamping them.
Yeah.
Putting them out. And one of them sounds really, really good, so keep my fingers crossed.
I don't have to cross mine, you know.
Okay.
I really don't know.
Okay.
I don't think you'll find a picture of us with them safari hats on. But as you can see, they were grooming us. We were kind of being groomed to be like a roots dub kind of group. And so because we were kind of groomed that way, that's how we feel the music. We feel there's got to be more depth, there's got to be more. Yes, we need the substance and the pain in that music before we can really sing it.
Yeah, that's one of the pictures, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's one of them.
Yeah, that was us.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's telling me that the computer's going to shut down in 2
Alright,
months.
so we have to...
No. I don't know how to stop that, so it's going to shut down. So.
Just press any key.
I did, and nothing's happening. I've been standing up there pressing all kind of keys. So make him sign up.
So that was the image that S&G were trying to create for us.
A militant
sort of look. I kind of enjoyed that.
It was fun.
Okay, so that was the S&G. So what track came out of S&G?
A tune called
This Love Is Real.
No, Our Love Grows.
Oh, I Love Grows, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he's got it. It is. Oh, right, sorry. This Love Is Real. And then we did another track called, which is a ska tune.
Oh yeah, Let's Rock. Anybody remember ska?
Yeah.
And it became
Yeah, so this one was another one called Let's Rock, which was on S&G as well. So those are the two tracks that we were released, but then we were working on a really good album.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Roots.
The album was so
Yeah.
You know, he decided that he didn't want to do the business anymore, and that was a shame because I think we would have really. That's when we would have really excelled.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as I say to Sandra, just because it didn't come out back then, don't mean it can't come out now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's up here.
Yeah.
Once it's up here and you can still feel it, you can reproduce it.
Absolutely. So, Carol Thompson was around that time on that
She
day?
was.
Yeah,
we did. I think did we do a show she was on the bill?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So she used to come in and out of the rehearsals or the record shop, because then it was a record shop again.
Yeah.
And then you had the rehearsals room behind that. So sometimes she turned up.
Okay.
And Winston Reed used to always frequent there.
Yeah, he was
the Black
very,
Snake
very
guys,
nice.
Black Snake, Desmond and that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, ladies, I'm going to have to wrap it up now and just say thank you. Well, just tell us what's going on for the future. I don't know if you're going to do it or David's going to do it. Just tell us and how people can get hold of you, all that type of thing.
Well, if you'd like to see David, just give a little wave. Right. David has leaflets on where you can get our downloads. He'll have information on the new track that's going to be coming out soon. And if there's anything you want to know at all, please, you can email us, you can go on our Facebook, our TikTok, you name it, we're there. And just send me a post. I'll respond. No problem whatsoever.
And thank you all for coming. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you everyone.
Thank you so much, ladies.
Let's come. Let's put the line up.
Millie, everything in the back.
Yes.
Yeah, so let's hear it once more for Simplicity. So this is the part where we... Oh yeah. Sorry? It's just the time, it's because we started late. Okay, we're going to take probably a couple of questions. And then we've got to go because time,
of course,
because we started late. So
any questions you need to know, we're here.
Yeah, if you sit back down and then we'll just take a couple of Q&A. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that.
Time, no worries.
Yeah, we need to speed this up. Questions.
Thank you.
Time is running and passing. Okay, can we keep quiet, please? Yeah, question. Time was going to
Okay, just a very quick question. When you girls started out, did you think that now, all these years later, you'd still be making good music?
Oh my God, what a good question.
Yeah. I want to be like Marcy Griffiths. By the time we finish, I'm going to be like a Marcy Griffiths. Trust me.
I think with me personally, I see it more as we're leaving a legacy. Because when I go on YouTube and I play back some records from 100 years ago, I'm thinking, I want that to be us.
Yes.
In 200-300 years, they're going to be looking at Simplicity and looking at us and looking at our videos and everything. That's why we're very much into the social media. Any of our videos and stuff you can find there, because I'm leaving, or we're leaving, a legacy.
Excellent.
Huh? That's right. That they can do it too. That's right.
Okay. Next question, please.
Hi, Simplicity. When you write your tunes, the copyright, whose surname goes first?
When we write the songs, I sort out the copyright and stuff like that. So it goes down to Simplicity, but i.e. the two of us.
Like the Lennon McCartney issue, the Lennon McCartney issue years ago. What happened? Paul McCartney went to court to change the names of the way he wrote the tunes, so it's McCartney Lennon instead of Lennon McCartney. So I was wondering how you guys.
We have an understanding that everything is 50-50. So who'll go first, who'll go last, make no difference. Everything is 50-50.
Okay, next question, please. Any more questions? Questions? Okay, we've got one more. And then we'll go to photos.
I see the queue there. Good.
Hello. Afternoon, ladies.
Good afternoon.
Well done.
Thank you.
Brilliant. A-class. Fantastic. Just a quick question. We've had Band-Aid. We've had the Americans do their Aid. Will there ever be a reggae Aid?
There should be.
Or Lovers Rock Aid, I should say.
There should be.
But we have one.
I'll put them in your head.
Yeah, Braffa.
Yeah,
we had Braffa.
Let's make Africa green again.
Well, if you had one, then why weren't we on it?
All right, Leon. You heard.
Swiftly.
Yeah, that was the Blackstones, yeah. So yeah, you go back, because we actually now there is a Braffa Square based on that record. So they actually, there is now a permanent memorial to that record that was done Let's Make Africa Green Again. I think it was last year, a square was named, or a park was named, given the name Brafo. And you can see all the photos of the artists and all the people that recorded on that particular record. Okay, right. Because of time, we really have to stop now. And if you form a queue, and we will start with the photos with simplicity.
Yeah, but when we take the photos, you can still continue to ask questions. There's no worries. You can still ask.
Okay. Thank you. Once again, thank you, simplicity. Sorry.